Hi, this is Changster. Today we're going to learn about finding the greatest common factor of two numbers. And before we talk about that, let's talk about common factors. The common factor of two numbers, say let's call them A and B, is the number that both A and B are divisible by. We can also say that the common factor is a factor that both A and B have. Now let's look at the factors of 72 and 100 that we learned from our previous video. Here are the list of factors of 72 and 100. If you do not know how to find the factors, please refer to my video on finding factors of numbers. From here, you could see that there are some numbers or some factors that's common to both of them. The first one will be the number 1, and you could also see that 2 is common to both. And if you go down, you can see 4, and just see if there's any more numbers that's common to both. So from here you could see that the common factors of 72 and 100 are 1, 2, and 4. Out of these three numbers, the greatest value or the largest number will be 4. Therefore, the GCF of 72 and 100 is 4. What we'll learn here is the first method, and this method is by listing. As we have listed all the factors of the numbers. Now I'm going to show you a second method. We're going to call it the factor tree. So what you're going to do is to use the factor tree to list down the prime factors of 72 and 100. Let's start with 72. So 72 can be broken into the product of two numbers. Let's say I'm going to try, say, 2 and 36. And 2 is a prime number, so 36 can be broken into 6 times 6. And 6 can be broken into 2 times 3 and 2 times 3. So 72 can be written as, there are how many 2's here? Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. So this equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, because there are 2 3's here. Let's look at 100. 100 can be broken into the product of 4 and 25. And 4 can be broken into 2 times 2, and 5 can be broken into 5 times 5, and these are all the prime factors. So 100 can be written as 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. From here we will see what are the prime factors that is common to both numbers. So 2 is common to both numbers, the first 2, and then there's a second 2 that's common to both numbers. So the GCF will equal to 2 times 2, and that gives us 4. Now we'll look at another method, which is the ladder method. So the name is because it looks kind of like a ladder, but we'll see how it is. So first of all, you need to list down the two numbers, 72 and 100, and you draw an L next to 72 and under both numbers. Now you think about a factor that is common to both numbers, and since 72 and 100 are even, so I can list 2, and 72 divided by 2 gives you 36, and 100 divided by 2 gives you 50, so you can put it here. And think about 36 and 50 if they have a common factor. And since they're both even, I would say yes. I'm going to try 2 again. 36 divided by 2 will be 18, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. And from here, I could see that there's no common factor between 18 and 25. I will stop here for my GCF, and the GCF will be the product of those two numbers on the left of the ladder. So GCF of 72 and 100 is equals to 2 times 2, and that gives me 4. For the ladder method, the factors on the left need not be prime number. For example, if you could see straight away that 72 and 100 are divisible by 4, you can put a 4 here. And 72 divided by 4 is 18, and 100 divided by 4 is 25. And you will see that you can divide 18 and 25 further, so the GCF will be 4. Now we're going to look at another method, is by prime factorization. So it's looking at the prime index factors of 72 and 100 and see how we could find out the GCF. So first I need to express 72 in as prime factors. You can either use the factor tree method that we showed in method 2, or you can use this ladder method also. So 72 is divisible by 2. I'm going to express as prime factors. And 72 divided by 2 is 36. And 36 is even. I'm going to divide it by 2. I get 18. And 18 I can divide it by 2 to get 9. And I know that 9 is divisible by 3. So I can write 72 as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, or 2 to the power of 3, because there are 3 2's and then 3 square here. And for 100, I will divide it by 2 to get 50, and I'll divide it by 2 again to get 25, divided by 5 to get 5. So 100 is written as 2 to the power of 2, because there are 2 2's, 2 square and 5 square. From here, you could see that 2 is common to both numbers, and 2 square, there's a 2 square here and a 2 to the power of 3. And so the GCF will have to be 2, and has to be 2 square, because there are 3 2's in 72 but only 2 2's in 100, so you only use 2 square. And 3 is not common to both, so you don't write 3 as the common factor, and 5 square is not common to both, so you don't put it in as common factor. So the GCF would be 2 square, and that would be 4. I've shown you the 4 methods of finding GCF of two numbers. Some methods take a longer time and are not as efficient as others, and I would highly recommend using the ladder method, as I think it is the most efficient method. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and I will see you soon. Bye.